we're so sorry to hear about your brother that passed away.
We both did it. That was pretty fun. That's pretty cool.
Okay. All right. Welcome to... Okay.
All right. You got me.
All right. Sorry. You are listening to the... Okay. All right. You are listening to the It Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 207. Ooh. We're on 200s now.
We are.
Oh, almost got there. Almost got me. We're recording this on Friday, March 7th. It's midnight here. And you'll be hearing this
Not for me.
Yeah, not for that guy. And you'll be hearing this on Monday, March 10th.
That's correct.
Mario Day.
What does that mean? Oh, because it looks like Mario.
Mario.
You're a fucking nerd, dude.
I'm just a nerd like that, bruh. I'm just a nerd, bruh.
Gangster nerds.
Yeah, you know me.
That'd be a cool show, right, guys? Hey, and you know what, Gavin, is 2 days after March 10th when you're listening to this episode? Hold on, what's that? What's that I hear? Do I have like a song I can play that would make sense here? Yeah, I do. That's right, everybody. We're going down to Fat Burger, where you can fill your fucking gut with beer and beef. Get an all-new gut-busting fucker burger. You can bust your fucking gut wide open with this burger. It's got onion rings and kale because it's in Los Angeles, and you get a whole milkshake where you can dunk your fucking burger in it.
Avocado burger.
Guys, 2 days after you're hearing this, on March 12th, will be our 4-year anniversary, the 4-year anniversary of the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Is that
March
actually
12th? I believe it. It was in my calendar.
Yeah.
That is correct.
Yeah.
We just had our fact checkers. Thank you, Chat GBB.
I just did 207 divided by 52. So
207 divided by 52. Yeah, because we've never. No, we did skip a week.
Yeah, we did skip. We did skip
2 weeks.
Yeah, we skipped a couple weeks, so, you know. But it is like 4 years worth of shows.
Yes, yeah, 4 years. March
4 years and weeks worth of shows.
I believe March 12th. I'm gonna double check it right now, because I can. Oh no! Oh, it's coming up.
I will say someone did comment to me personally that it seems like we drink soda on the show per to Bert.
No,
that's not
way.
True. We're just burning the midnight oil here.
Yeah, we're just trying to stay awake. We're
just trying to stay awake here.
Yes, March 12th, 2021 was when episode 1 of the It Takes All Kinds podcast came out. It's called Welcome. Let me read the description. Welcome to our show. We hope you enjoy this episode and come back next week and the week after to hear more. That used to be our like a little intro thing. On today's episode, we talk about ourselves a lot, play some funny sounds, discuss the royal family. Interesting. I don't remember that.
No, me neither.
And a not so great tweet put out by the king of burgers himself. What the fuck was that about? What was that about?
That's just kind of the mystery of it, isn't it?
I guess. Go
that's
listen.
That's kind of the allure of those. You did a good job writing. You do a good job, and you still do. But you also always write a great description for these clips because it's like, what are we talking about? You know, like what the hell?
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. I
do it. I think about it, but I do it quickly.
He has ChatGPT do it for him.
I do, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, big ChatGPT guy.
I appreciate that because I'm always very self-conscious about my descriptions because I never know if they make any sense. But with ours, I can just have fun and just be like, sometimes I make it like conversational, which like is kind of weird and like doesn't really make sense, but it makes me laugh. So why not? That's all it's about. But happy 4 years, Gavin. It's been a great 4 years with you.
Absolutely.
Just getting my burp fuel ready. Yeah, man, it's been awesome. We have a big show planned, bigger than anything.
Probably even bigger. We're going to get even bigger, folks.
We're gonna get even bigger. Yeah, no, nothing huge planned. Just because we're some busy boys, a very busy time of our lives. But hopefully for year 5 we do something because that'd be a big milestone.
Yeah, that would be a big get.
I think we can make that happen.
Yeah, because I think, in my world, I don't know where I will be yet. I will know come March 19th. I will know where I will be in a year.
Oh, interesting. Okay.
So
and
I will be able to tell you.
You're wherever you are for like 2 years, I think you said, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. All the
That would be
programs I
interesting.
applied to are 2 years. So just keep that in mind.
That will be a big announcement. I'm looking forward to that announcement. And then when would you get shipped off?
June.
Deployed. In June.
End of June.
Okay.
Mid-June.
Okay. That'd be in time for me. So I gotta make sure I come back home and see you before then.
Well, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, man, going into year 4, we actually literally just had like a quick little meeting to just discuss some thoughts and ideas. And I think we have an idea that doesn't really change anything about the show, but will hopefully help us grow. Is kind of the, it's always the idea. And this, as someone who works on podcasts, like we got to have fun and kind of experiment with this show with things that work or don't, without any risks, which is nice. On other shows, it's like, okay, let's hope this works.
If this doesn't work, we're going to be in the hole.
Yeah. Which, none of these, I'm so thankful to be working with people who like aren't at my throat about everything and are always open for stuff. Thank God. But it is, with this show, it is nice to be like, just
No, I can start coming at your throat. I'll start coming at your throat.
You're going to come on my throat?
Oh, yeah, I can give you a pearl necklace.
Okay. I forgot that was a term. Yeah, no.
The only reason I know that is from like a Conan clip. I think it was David Cross. That's the only reason I know that. David Cross was talking about how he got away with a dirty joke
in the Alvin and the Chipmunks movie. He said that.
Yep.
He said he was going to give one of the Chipettes a pearl necklace.
Holy!
I forgot that happened.
Yeah, the joke was that I was like, I gave my wife a pearl necklace last night, or my wife gave me a pearl necklace last night.
How does that work? How does that one work out?
That's why it was fucking weird.
And then you were like,
that's why I was
Googling it. 12 years old, laying in bed.
Yes.
What does that mean?
That's what I did. I swear to God, that's what I did that night. I was like, what is a pearl necklace?
And then you watched videos of it. You watch how-to videos of how to give someone a pearl necklace.
How to give a pearl necklace.
Yeah.
Ugh.
But yeah, man, it's an exciting time.
Welcome to our sex shop.
Welcome to the sex shop. This is actually the big announcement. We are opening a sex store where we're going to be giving out pearl necklaces.
We're starting an OnlyFans.
We're giving out pearl necklaces to the first 100 purchasers. And it's an online sex shop where you can buy courses and programs and stuff like that. There's no like physical things to buy.
You can buy powdered semen.
Yeah, you can buy grow your own semen, grow your own sperm. It's
grow
like
your own human.
Well, it's like sea monkeys, but it's sperm.
Yeah,
and it's actually secretly just sea monkeys, but we say that it's grow your own sperm. Not FDA approved. But yeah, we're gonna be.
I'm gonna talk about. Don't get me talking about triops again. I'll start talking about triops.
Triops. Is that one of the Transformers?
I'll put that on my list.
You always say stuff, and then I'm like, what is he talking about?
Triops pet. Look up triops pet.
Oh, little shrimp.
Yeah, they're little shrimpies.
Tadpole shrimp.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, you can like grow them.
Yeah.
They're alive. Yeah. Watch them grow. Hold on, I'm gonna show everybody this.
I think we talked about this at one point in the show, but every time I have the opportunity to talk about these triops, I'm going to talk about it.
Triops. Yeah, we might have. I don't remember this though. Wow, they got like 3 eyes. What is that about?
Yeah, it's cool.
That's terrifying, and I don't like it. I don't want a triop.
We'll send people that out of our sex shop.
Yeah, I have a. My camera's currently on a triop. Gavin, how you doing, man? It's late.
It's been a busy week, man.
Late night shows.
Burn the midnight oil.
Burn the midnight oil.
Yeah, it's busy. It picked up a little bit. We're got a project due on Tuesday, so I gotta finalize everything probably by Monday.
You working this weekend too?
I am working this weekend, yes, sir. Yeah.
You're gonna be a busy boy.
It usually works like that whenever I have something big like this. So
yeah.
I'm kind of used to it at this point. Just ready to, because we're done Wednesday, after Wednesday. So at the end of the day, Wednesday, we're done with this rotation. And so looking forward to that day. And then I have like a week off.
Nice. Nice.
Like a week and a half off.
Oh, I didn't know this.
Spring break. And then I'm going to freaking Nashville.
For what?
For APHA mid-year, baby.
Oh, is it like a conference or a celebration?
It's a conference. Okay. Yeah. And sorry, APHA, not mid-year, but annual.
Okay.
It's a conference in Nashville, and I'm very excited to go because everybody seems to have a lot of fun on that trip.
Hell yeah, dude. Don't throw any chairs off of buildings like Morgan Wallen.
Well, I mean, I'm not sure I would get caught if I did that. I'm usually pretty good about. I've been practicing on my back porch. Actually, I've been throwing chairs off of my porch into my neighbors' yards, and they haven't said anything.
Yeah, but they do have a lot of nice chairs now.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. That is an expensive hobby. Those chairs get broken quite easily if you're too rough with them.
Yeah, well, I keep telling you not to do it, and you just keep doing it.
But the chair that he threw was like bounced. Like it was still intact, I'm pretty sure.
That sounds right.
It looked intact whenever it came down. Anyway. Yeah, how about you, dude?
Oh, thank you for asking, because my meine kleine brother actually he's my older brother, but I felt like saying that. My brother Hunter was in town. Shout out Hunter. For the weekend, he came. Speaking of conferences, he came out here for a conference that was in Anaheim.
Flavortown Conference is what they call it.
Yeah, Flavortown, USA, the conference. So he was like, I'm going to come out for the weekend. Before it, we can hang out, whatever you have time for. And I was like, for show.
That's that LA shit he's picking up.
Yeah, it's just the accent. I apologize. So I took him around to see the sights. We went to a brewery the night he got here, and then the next day.
They have breweries in LA? Give me a fucking break.
I know, believe it or not. I actually didn't really know of any breweries. It's like not like a thing that I hear people do around here. We went to this brewery and it was fucking huge. I was like, I didn't know about this, and it was great. It was the brewery that makes the beer Mango Cart.
Yeah.
It's that cart. They're owned by Anheuser-Busch now, but it's like one of the first like micro breweries that like blew up and got big.
LA.
Out here in LA. Can't think of their fucking name though. Golden Road, something like that. I don't know. Anyways, not important. We went to that, and then the next day I had off, so I was like, let's go fucking see the sights. So we went to Griffith. Oh, and Sunday was the Oscars night, which takes place at the Dolby Theater in beautiful Hollywood, California. Right on Hollywood Boulevard. I've never been by it, but I know where it is. And so I was like, let's go to Griffith Park, go up to the observatory so you can see, which is like the best like viewpoint of, Los Angeles, in my opinion. I had been to it once the first time I came out to visit in 2019, but I was like, let's go do it again. It was great. After that, I was like, we have to go to Fat Sal's. That's like, it pains me to admit it, but it's probably my favorite restaurant. It pains me to admit that because it's just junk garbage. It's these sandwiches that like have really good ingredients, like and you pay for it. It's not cheap, but it's just
trust me, you pay for it.
Like it's just like, so this time I got something I hadn't gotten before, which was steak, mozzarella sticks, onion rings, French fries, maybe more cheese, and then gravy.
Jesus Christ, dude.
And so it's like stuff like that. Like Hunter got some sort of breakfast sandwich, which was like
some sort
of fucking crazy shit, which was like egg, mozzarella sticks, tater tots, and like just like that's the shit you get there. But it's like good quality shit. It's not like frozen food garbage. took him there, and I took him to the Hollywood location, and it was around like maybe around like 2:30 when we got there, and then we left around like 2:30, 2:45, and I noticed when we pulled up there, first of all, nobody was there. It was like dead, which I was like, perfect. But there was like a traffic cop like in the street of Highland, which Highland leads up to Hollywood. And I was like, oh, that's interesting, because there's not like traffic cops there usually. And so like we went and got our sandwiches and we were leaving. And as we were leaving, like all down Highland, as far as you could see, were black SUVs. Just a line of black SUVs, black cars, for as far as you can see. And the traffic cop was there like directing people. And then I read the sign that said like, I don't know, something along the lines of like, you know, by permit only you can enter or whatever. So it was like they were only letting, they had like a whole block of Hollywood blocked off just for the celebs for Oscars. So that was crazy to see, just fucking rows of, you know, cars that who knows what celebrities or who are in those cars that are going to the Oscars. And then like we left, luckily we probably left at the perfect time. And then as we were leaving, like I think it was Santa Monica Boulevard, which like runs parallel with Hollywood, but like down farther, was again just like filled with black SUVs as far as you could see. It was like crazy. And I was like, that's so weird that everybody shows up at like the same time, because there was no black SUVs when we got there. It was just like normal street traffic. So that was very bizarre. I you know, to be there on like, you know, Hollywood's biggest night.
Because on Hollywood's biggest night at the Dolby Theater.
At the Dolby Theater. Yeah, it was really strange to be there and know that those were filled with celebrities.
Yeah.
It was very weird, very strange. Who knows, there could have been an Oscar winner in one of those cars.
Who knows? There may have been an Oscar winner in one of these cars.
I wouldn't have been able to tell because all the windows were tinted. So I kept looking and I was like, I can't see a fucking thing.
Then you got your laser out and started pointing at the drivers.
I walk up to the windows. ID? Who's in here? Mikey Madison, are you in here? Where are you?
Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler. Adam Sandler?
Adam Sandler?
I would have never guessed that.
What do they meet up at like a park or something like that to like to coordinate that?
It's not prom.
How does that work? I don't know. I'm serious. Yeah, I mean, like to a point where it's like you know, like whenever you have like a 4th of July parade, they always gather at like a park and then they line up. Is that what they do?
I don't.
What? Tell me, Mr. Hollywood.
Mr. Hollywood, can you tell
Come
me?
on.
I don't. I honestly don't know. But like I said, like they have. I know they for sure had like a whole chunk of Hollywood Boulevard blocked off. But then like, I mean, where we were, I can't remember the intersection, but it was like Hollywood and some other street. It's pretty far down from Hollywood Boulevard. So like they obviously use some whole area there, and I'm sure they do the red carpet either on Hollywood Boulevard or on, you know, they do it outside. So I'm assuming they do it on Hollywood Boulevard. So
Skid Row.
I think they just go, they go hang out at Skid Row. No, I think they just go and hang out there from what I understand.
Okay.
Because I mean, that was an hour and a half to 2 hours before even the red carpet stuff started.
Right.
So I don't know. I don't know if they go somewhere to get dressed is the other thing. Like, yeah, I don't know. It's very.
Those are all just dressing room like cars.
Yeah, it's just
like they just lay down and it's like Mr. Incredible.
It's like when you get a BBL.
Yeah.
And you have to lay
right.
down.
Or like you get like the back tattoo that they sedate you for.
Yeah. Boy, those are fun. Someone just like died while getting one of those.
Yeah,
by the way.
saw that.
Which I was like, interesting. Because we talked about that a while ago, and I was like, this doesn't seem like a good idea. And it's good to know I was right.
Rest in peace, that guy, I guess.
Yeah, rest in peace, that guy. Because I think he was a famous tattoo artist, because all the tattoo people I follow were posting about it. So tragic. I mean, it's terrible. Absolutely awful. But that was really cool. I got to go see the Navy Pier. And I got to go see the Santa Monica Pier.
The Del Perro Pier
from
GTA.
Yep, that's the one. We drove a car off of it and then stole an airplane and crashed it into a big building.
And then we turned into a freaking shark by eating peyote.
Yeah. That was cool. That's my first time seeing that. Yeah, it was awesome. It was really cool. Hunter's the only person besides my parents who've come to visit me, Gavin. Only person who's come out here to visit me.
You want to buy me a flight, man?
You think I have that kind of money? You think I have that kind of money lying around? I offer you a place.
My point stands.
I offer you a place to stay, and this is how you disrespect me. You would have a free place to stay here. All you gotta do is pay your way to get out here. All right, kid? That's the only way you're gonna get to Hollywood.
Gotta pay your way to the top.
You gotta pay your way to the top. You're gonna have to do some things. You have to give me a pearl necklace. Fred, that's just the respect you gotta give me. Oh, and we went to I forgot to say, before we went to the Navy Pier, we went to fuck, I can't remember the name of the mall. We went to some mall because Hunter wanted to go to Chamberlain Coffee, because Chamberlain Coffee recently opened up a kind of like a pop. I don't know if it's actually a pop-up or if it's permanent. Seems more like a pop-up coffee shop at a mall in Century City. And Hunter wanted to go to it because it like just opened like a month ago. Because I mentioned this a few episodes ago, but Hunter, who is a food scientist, no, that's not a joke job title, that is real, and works on creating flavors. He's not quite a flavor chemist yet. I've been calling him a flavor chemist, but he's not. He has to wait until he's certified before he has that title. But his company was contracted to create a few flavors for Chamberlain Coffee. Mm-hmm. And one of them just came out for Valentine's Day. It was a limited release strawberries and cream coffee. I wasn't able to find it out here, which was a bummer. And then it sold out online in like 5 minutes. But thankfully, Hunter got a bag, and I was like, please bring some out here. So he brought some out. I tried it. Fucking amazing. I'm not like a big fan of like fruit flavored coffee grounds. Like if it's added in with like creamer, it's okay. I still don't really prefer like a fruity flavor with my coffee. I'd rather just have like a creamy, sweet coffee.
Chocolatey flavor.
Rich, chocolatey flavor and gentle on your stomach. So I didn't know what to expect, but it was so good with some cream in it. It was like a fucking milkshake, like amazing. But we didn't go to Chamberlain Coffee because they had it. But we went there and had it. It was great. We had to wait in line for about maybe 30 minutes amongst like a bunch of teenage girls and stuff, which was a little odd. But we got our coffee, and I brought it up because we did a Chamberlain Coffee taste test a while ago. So just to give the update that I've had the real deal. And it's great. It's really good. There was a thing on the menu though that I thought was quite strange. There was like an additive. It was 50 cents. And all the description was, it says Emma's Touch. And I was like, me and Hunter were like, I was like, what is that? Hunter was like, he's like, I read it on the website, I forgot what it was. And I was like, that's interesting. I'm like, does Emma just like come out and like stunk her finger into it? And then, and I think
let me give it one lick.
Yeah. And we were joking about that and laughing about it. And I think the teenage girls that were behind us like thought that was really strange. Cause like we looked like we belonged there, but like we didn't act like like we belonged there.
Yeah.
So I thought,
and he was also wearing a big like sign that said like, I created the flavor of this.
Yeah, he did. It was really weird.
Hey, Rudy Coffee.
I kept my distance. But that was great.
Did that go through?
Yeah, I heard it.
Okay.
Rudy Coffee. Rich, chocolatey. In other news, if you don't mind me plugging another thing here. In case you guys don't know, recently this year, I started associate producing another show called Dark Web, the Dark Web show.
Chocolatey and gentle on your stomach.
With Paul Scheer and Rob Hubel, through the main producer, the mastermind, Wesley Knapp, got me on board with that, and it's been amazing. Such a fun show to work on. And I was asked to, well, it's actually, I forgot all about this. I guess I can share this kind of story. It's kind of interesting.
Are you allowed?
I mean, I don't see why not. But it was like right whenever Wes asked me if I wanted to do it, and I was like, absolutely. He brought me on board. He sent me some like documents with some ideas and like, kind of some working docs and yada yada. And it was funny. I was on Discord with you, Gavin, and while I was going over docs, obviously not like reading anything out loud to you or anything, but I was just doing miscellaneous work and hanging out with the guys.
I know all the dirty secrets.
Yeah. And all of a sudden I was like, I read it, like literally said verbatim, well, I shouldn't say verbatim and then not remember exactly what it said.
I think it was really Nextdoor, like dramatic reading.
Yeah, it was like Nextdoor posts as dramatic readings. And I was like, whoa, what the fuck? Not like in any world was I thinking that somehow they knew we were doing that and stole that. That never crossed my mind. But just the fact that we had the same idea to do this thing, I was like, that's so crazy. And I was like, oh, I'll bring it up with Wes and just kind of like, just let them, let them be aware. Cause I was like, it would be really strange if I didn't say something and then somehow someone came along and saw them doing that. And then we're like, Carson does the same thing on his show, and he has been for a long time.
And we're going to get pissed off about it.
Yeah, we got some beef. So I brought that up to Wes, and then he was like, dude, let's talk to, Paul and Rob. Let's tell them that. And like, we can totally use this as like, for you to produce that segment and then use it as a way to plug your show. And I was like, that would be fucking awesome. Are you kidding me? Absolutely. I would want to do that. And so just on, I guess this would be last Thursday for you all listening, the episode where that Nextdoor Drama segment came out, and I'll show it right now on screen for you guys to see, but it's the Music of Sensei Dave episode with karate rap in the thumbnail. But we can just watch a quick little chunk here. Obviously, we won't play the whole segment because that wouldn't really make sense, but just so you guys can see. Oh, here, let me turn that up.
Stuff, right? Love scary stuff.
Okay, what's scarier than your neighbors? You know what I'm talking about? Like, have you ever been on the Nextdoor app?
I love the Nextdoor app.
The Nextdoor app is a great place if you love to be terrified all the time.
It seems like I am living in a war zone.
It is. If you spend,
it was also nice to know that like everybody is aware of how insane Nextdoor is.
Yeah. That was refreshing.
Yeah.
Spend a lot of time on Nextdoor, you will become convinced that you're gonna die from something in walking down the street.
Everyone is bad in your neighborhood on Nextdoor. There's
a lot of racism, I would say, on
a lot
Nextdoor.
But now, Carson,
not
you are in the know at Nextdoor because you have a whole thing. Tell us what's going on here.
Yeah, so I have a show called the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
That's
and
us.
On that show, we do a segment that we call Nextdoor Drama.
Okay.
Are we allowed to plug other podcasts on this?
Yes, it's Carson.
Sorry.
Come on. He's part of this show.
Sorry,
He's part
name
of the
drop.
show. Yeah.
No, I'm just joking.
And so what we do for that segment is we'll go to Nextdoor, we'll take a blog entry, take the entry and the comments and script it out, do a dramatic reenactment of it set to music. So I thought that'd be great to bring to the show.
That's great.
We're going to gamify it a little bit.
Even better.
And I've just scripted out the comments, so you don't know what the entry is, the main blog post.
Okay.
You guys will do a dramatic reenactment of the comments. At the very end, you have to guess what the blog post was about.
Okay, here we go.
Okay.
You can call the city and issue a citation if you want, but I'm sure it's gone by now. If still there, maybe ask if they can move it. If stuck, maybe help Yum Yum shovel. Not safe for Yum Yum either.
Why would you just jump?
So I want to skip to one segment because there's one of our favorite characters pops up in here somewhere.
I think someone.
Oh God, dude! I was so glad that you included this in the clip too. Like, I'm so glad that you got that. Got that guy in here.
Oh
because
yeah,
that guy. Yeah,
Let me see if I can find
he is one of my favorite readings.
Here, I know it's somewhere in here.
Walkway.
Much better than what
When it destroys
Yeah. So even though
you are gonna do this and let them.
so hurtful, it's passive. You guys,
It's obvious.
ever?
All right, I got this one.
What? We adults?
Oh shoot, where is it at? I can't remember. I should have timestamped it. I forgot it. I forgot about it completely.
Teaching them how.
Someone's property is funny to you. You are a special kind
Oh
of
no, this is the next one. Oh, it's in here somewhere. Sorry.
yo-yo. Wow.
Oh, here it is.
Graph for yo. Rocky Balboa might call this guy a yo-yo, but I'm not sure if it's the photograph or the Parker. Maybe it's me for posting this. Yes, I'm the yo-yo. Never mind.
So that's one of our favorite guys. I won't say his name, but he comes up all the time. You can go back. You could probably go back 2-3 years, almost even 4, to when we started doing this, and you will hear us read comments that are much like that, because you'll know, because we take these long pauses because he puts all these dots in between them. So yeah, man, it's just awesome. Huge shout out to Wes and Paul and Rob and Molly for being down to do that, to allow me to come in and do that segment and plug the show is huge. I mean, these guys are comedy legends and podcast legends. So this was truly a dream come true. And it's so fun to see how far this stupid fucking segment has gone. Like, doing it with Tim was a huge milestone, and then now doing it on another show with 2, legends of comedy is awesome, and hearing them love it and be super down to do it is really fun. It's awesome. I can't even put it into words. Super cool. But yeah, go watch that. I'm not going to play the whole thing, even though I could, because it is so much fun to watch. And shout out to Steve or Steven for editing it and putting the music behind it, and doing all those punch-ins were fucking just phenomenal. Added so much to it, and just amazing. Super cool. That was really, really fun. But yeah, go check that out. Go check out Dark Web. It's an awesome show that I'm super stoked to be working on. But anyways, Gavin, I'm plugging. I plugged our show on that show, and then now we're watching me plug our show, and we're also plugging their show.
Hell yeah, dude.
You do the math.
What level of Inception are we on?
But I want to talk about Mr. JD Dance. Big Dance Vance, as they call him. I don't know if you saw this, Gavin, but there was this whole story. He was at a ski resort, and it was apparently a Secret Service member tackled another skier because they thought they were approaching JD Vance. So
actually, I did not hear about this.
Okay, so this is coming from TMZ. I will. We can watch this, and then we can talk about it.
Yep. JD, how does it feel being Putin's puppet?
So JD is right here in the
gray.
kind of grayish blue, and this is his family, I'm assuming. But that guy,
Heaven's Gate?
Yeah, I know. That's the weird thing, is it's called Heaven's Gate, and that's really fucking weird. But this guy, if you didn't hear him, said, "Hey JD, how does it feel being Putin's puppet?" Because this was right after that whole meeting with Zelensky. That was, I can't even talk about it, but that was after all of that, where they came to blows and kicked him out, and it was just this huge press fiasco that was definitely put on by them. But then they were like, we're not going to do this in front of U.S. media. And it's like, yeah, you guys never do this in front of U.S. media. You're doing it on purpose. You guys always have meetings private, and then you come out and talk about it. You're doing this on air on purpose to make him look like an ass, but you just made yourselves look like an ass. So, yeah, but the Heaven's Gate thing is very strange. It's also like very stormy on this day. It just seems like the worst day to be going to.
Yeah, it sounds really
resort,
windy.
Which is perfect. Very windy. You know, that's what you get. That's what you get, JD Vance. So this is the moment coming up here in a second. So there he is coming on the slope.
That looks like fun.
Aw, he's just having fun.
That looks like really cool.
So here he goes. And then someone gets taken out. Yeah.
Oh, good. Sucks.
So the bad news is, as we get a Stephen A. Smith clip, the bad news is that it turns out that he wasn't in any danger, and that wasn't what happened. It was purely just an accident that person got sideswiped. I know. I was really hoping that was the case, because that would be crazy. But yeah, multiple Secret Service sources tell TMZ the vice president was never in danger this weekend during his ski trip in Sugarburst Resort in Warren, Vermont, despite how things may have looked. We obtained a video of Vance being heckled in line for ski lifts. Someone called him Putin's puppet, and during one of his runs, he almost got barreled into, first by a snowboarder, then by another skier who crashed into someone just feet away from the Veep. At first glance, it didn't look like Vance was traveling with heavy security presence, but our sources say the mountain was crawling with Secret Service agents, some seen and others unseen. But yeah, I thought that was pretty interesting.
I think the Secret Service does a really good job of like blending in, or like just any type of like really expensive security detail does a really good job of blending in.
Yeah.
It's like Bill Gates always has a security detail, obviously.
Right.
But everybody online is always like, why didn't you just go walk up to him and take a picture? And then everybody was like, why don't you give, like some of the people were like, why don't you go give that a try? Because like that the big group of people around him, around this hot dog stand, are all secrets, or like all security detail.
Yeah. Yeah. You're not going to get anywhere near that man.
Or yeah,
ever.
You're not. I was honestly surprised that there were people going down the hill while he was going down at all. Like I know they try to make it like as normal as possible for these families, but like, you know, that it's such a risky move to have just civilians there.
Right.
But I guess that's what the Secret Service is there for, right?
Yeah. I also wonder what he expects to happen. He's in Vermont. It's a pretty blue state, isn't it?
Yeah, very blue. It's where Bernie's from.
Bernard.
It's where Bernie Sanders represents Vermont and Burlington. He used to be the mayor of Burlington, Vermont.
That's where the Burlington Coat Factory is.
I will refrain from commenting on this particular issue.
All right. Speaking of snow, Olympic snowboarder accused of running murderous drug trafficking network now on FBI's most wanted list. Say what? I like heard people talking about this, but I hadn't seen anything. So this comes from NBC, of course, our favorite.
One of the faves.
One of the faves. Authorities believe Ryan Wedding, that's a funny last name, 43, may be living in Mexico. A combined reward of over $10 million has been offered for information leading to his arrest.
Not so funny of a last name now, Carson.
No, it's not. So down here they say the State Department is offering a $10 million reward for any information leading to Wedding's arrest. And the FBI is offering an additional $50,000 for information that leads to his apprehension. That's so much fucking money for this guy. It's crazy.
What's he even do?
What is he? Well, he snowboards. A former Olympic snowboarder who has been, this is actually important. who has been accused of running a transnational drug trafficking operation that is also alleged to have killed 4 people, is now on FBI's list of 10 most wanted fugitives.
Good Lord.
Ryan Wedding, 43, was previously charged with running the drug smuggling operation, which FBI said in a news release routinely shipped hundreds of kilograms of cocaine from Colombia through Mexico and Southern California into Canada across other locations in the U.S. So this guy is shredding the powder in more ways than one.
I was gonna say he's got some snow to go do.
He's got he's got some snow he needs to go do.
He's got snow to do.
He's got lots of powder. He's shredding the pow up his nose and on
the gnar.
Shredding the gnar. Well, that doesn't really. That just has to do with snowboard. I was making like a. It was like the pun was worked because it was both considered snow. Wedding went from shredding powder on the slopes at the Olympics to distributing powder cocaine on the U.S. cities in his native Canada. He's Canadian. I didn't even know Canadians could do this
snowboard
sort of heinous crime. Why is that popping up?
So he's from Canada, is living in Mexico probably. And he's most likely.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. And he's distributing the cocaine through America.
Well, yeah.
What kind of secret operation is this guy running here?
Well, Gavin, it's kind of hard to get things up to Canada without going through the U.S. I don't know.
That's true, but they made it sound like he's distributing these things on purpose throughout the United States.
Well, it sounds like it's part of it.
Oh, go to hell.
Sounds like he's doing a little bit of both. In June, Wedding was charged with an indictment out of California with running a continuing criminal enterprise, murder, and conspiring to possess, distribute, and export cocaine. His second in command, Andrew Clark, wow, that's a white name, was also charged according to the FBI. So it's so strange how he ended up in this. So he was, where was the mention of him? Yeah, Wedding represented Canada at the 2002 Winter Olympics in Salt Lake City. So he's been out of it for a while. It's not like he's not like a recent Olympian.
Yeah, he's not like a Shaun White where he did it for a long time.
No. No. I don't even know if how this guy even performed. Like, I don't even, you have to be good enough to get into the Olympics, especially in Canada.
Yeah, you got to qualify. Yeah.
Plenty of pow shredders up there.
They got plenty of pow shredders.
Up there. According to the superseding indictment, the pair ordered 2 members of an Ontario family killed in November 2023 in retaliation for stolen drug shipment. The FBI said a third family member survived the shooting but sustained serious injuries. So he's a real nasty bastard. I thought it would show pictures of him. Maybe it does in this video. They have like pictures of him, in like Mexico, and he's got like this mustache. I don't know. He looks.
Oh, he's really trying to.
He's trying to be El Chapo.
Blend in. Yeah.
So hey, you stole my drugs, hey? You do that?
Hey, what do you think you're doing? Putting your powder all? That's the wrong kind of powder. I didn't order that powder. What do you think you're doing, huh? You're such a hoser. I just want you to know that, huh?
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't know you could just take my drugs like that, eh? I'm going to have your whole family murdered. Eh?
I'm going to kill you and your kids, huh?
They're going to be shot, okay? I'm sorry, but that's just the way it's got to be.
There are hitmen on their way to your house right now, huh?
Huh? Eh? What do you think? What would you think if your whole family was dead? Huh? You should think about giving those drugs back to me. It's not very nice what you did. You're going to be sorry.
I bet you don't even know who I am, huh?
Huh? I'm Ryan Wedding. I was in the Olympics, 2002. Remember that? I was a snowboarder.
I don't remember if I medaled or not.
I can't remember how well I did.
I was in it.
I was there. I was representing our country.
Hey, what do you think, huh? Hey, what do you say? You and I, we go shredding the powder, huh?
Huh? What do you say?
Little booger sugar.
You know what? Do we have? We should just
no.
No, are we not gonna? Are we gonna save it? We technically have
we should
time.
save it.
We should save it. It's late. Moving on. Speaking of Nextdoor Drama from earlier, a little callback. We are going to be doing another Nextdoor Drama. That's 2 weeks in a row, baby. We are not missing out on this. And we have a good one. In case you don't know what Nextdoor Drama is, I mean, I pretty much already explained it if you watched up until this point. But, in case you don't know, also because that was a little different, we gamified it. That was the Nextdoor Drama game. This is just Nextdoor Drama. Strictly dickly. I don't know what that means. Is there Ryan Wedding there? Hey. Oh no, that hurt. Sounds like that guy's in pain. Can we get someone to go help him? Nextdoor Drama is a segment we do every once in a while where we go to the infamous Nextdoor blog posting website, which is a blog posting website for your neighborhood. And we take an entry, we take the comments, we script it out, we do a dramatic reenactment of it set to music. And in case you guys don't know, in case you're a longtime fan, we recently switched it up, so we are no longer playing characters. And it won't be the same every time. Sometimes we might be specific characters, but usually we will just be playing different characters. It's more improv-y, so we're not like specified people. We're just doing some back and forth here. You'll get around. It'll make sense. So, without saying much else, I'm going to play the Nextdoor Drama intro song, and then we are going to get right into it if I can. Where's my file? Here it is. We're going to get right into it. This week on Nextdoor Drama. I just wanted to put this out there for everyone's safety and my. I was followed home by an older man in a black GMC four-door truck after a road rage incident. This was because I paused too long when the light turned green. Be careful! Person, hair, white, top, black shirt, vehicle color, black, make, GMC, type, truck.
Are you sure you weren't texting?
Pretty sure. Also, still isn't okay either way.
Did you take pictures of him, his truck, or his license plate? Did you call the police and file a report? Did you ignore him and go inside, or did you engage with him? That's what they want, is to trigger a reaction from you. Sounds like he succeeded.
Jesus fucking Christ, Walt. Why don't you just ask her what she was wearing, too? Blame the victim much?
Delete.
What kind of question is that? You need to check yourself. This woman did nothing to deserve to be treated like that. She was simply telling others of her experience, and you try to turn it back on her? Was it you that followed her home?
The reason the guy did it is because he's probably sick and tired of being stuck at a green light without moving forward, because the person in front of him is too busy messing around on their phone to even realize the light had turned green. And then, when someone honks to get their moving, their feelings get hurt.
I'm assuming you either are this person or know this person if you're defending them this way. That's not what happened at all. Also, following someone to their home is never okay, and I hope you reflect on your actions. God bless.
I never said that you were on your phone. I was just stating that a really bad problem on the roads nowadays is people sitting at the lights after it has turned green for way too long of an extended time. And if you are the lucky one behind them, you can see their head is turned downward looking at their phone instead of the traffic light. Then, when you honk at them to get them moving, they look all pit off.
Oh, bite off. No. The reason he did it is because he likely has emotional issues and the maturity of a child.
You were texting at the light. People, just put down your phones and drive.
No, I wasn't. Also, even if I was, the point is he found me at my house. That's way worse than being held up at a light. That's my overall safety and the people I live with. It's really strange to me that people are defending this person's behavior without knowing anything of the situation. That's not behavior I expect in my neighborhood of St. Charles either. So that's really alarming to see screen warriors being okay with this.
I will say, in this entire conversation here that you have here, they never once denied that they were texting and driving. Like, they never denied that they were like, they didn't really ever deny that they were texting and driving.
I thought they said no. Didn't they say no?
They said pretty sure, like, that they weren't, but it isn't okay either way. That was what she said. But it's not like a denial, nor
right.
It's never like a complete, like, no, I was not texting and driving. I just didn't. I was thinking, you know.
She says at the end, no, I was not.
Okay.
And that's in direct reply to that person.
Okay.
So she does say, but I totally get you. Like, this is throughout the span of like starting when the post went up to most recent. And you're right. It took them a while to actually say, you're right. It was like pretty sure I wasn't, but I could have.
Yeah. And it's like over time, your memory can fade too. So like you actually may have been, but it's like it was such a small gesture anyway. So you're more focused on the bigger picture there. But
and totally
anyway,
with them and the fact that, like, even if she was, that doesn't.
It doesn't really excuse that at all. No.
And it's
like following someone home because like you held them up at a light is actually insane. Because it also just further proves that like you had nowhere to be. Mm-hmm. Like, why are you fucking frustrated about this? If you followed them home, that's bizarre behavior. One, and also you can't honk at someone at the light and be like, "Oh, I got somewhere to be, goddammit."
It's like I always think of the Tim Robinson sketch.
I did want to ask you this because we've me and my sister and my I guess my family have noticed that there's a lot more phenomenon where people will stop at a stop sign, and just sit idle at the stop sign and not move. Like they just like tune out, get on their phone or something.
Yeah.
When it's like right before a light. Especially the one by like our grocery store, like right by us. Mm-hmm. There's a stop sign before a stop light. So everybody, like, sometimes if you're tired, I've had this happen where where it's like, oh, I'm just gonna wait for the light to turn green.
Yep.
But then I'm like, oh, I'm at a stop sign.
There's been many times where I've done that, and like sometimes I'm like, how long have I been sitting here for? Like, I don't even remember how long.
There was also a time though where the person like was stopped at a stop sign and like did not move even after I stopped at a stop sign and like I passed them. They were just completely stopped there. So that's been a phenomenon that people like just randomly are stopping in our town. I'm expecting a post about that eventually. It's been very strange. Like it's like just odd that like people just tune out what they're doing, like especially recently. Like I haven't seen that normally, but like there's been a couple times.
Yeah, I've definitely seen
I've fallen
that.
victim.
Yeah. I've never had someone honk at me to go.
No.
But I've definitely done that. But I've also seen people do that and been like, what is this person doing? Dude, another thing that happened whenever Hunter and I went to that mall I forgot to mention, we were in the parking garage. And I mean, first of all, parking anywhere is so annoying because I hate people who wait for spots. And there was a person waiting for a spot and we were stuck behind them and I was like, whatever, it's fine. And waiting there for a little bit, and I had like left a little bit of space in between me and this person, and they started noticing that someone in front of them was backing out of their spot, and so they start backing up, and they were backing up and not stopping, and I was like they're gonna fucking hit me, and like right before they were about to hit me, because they would have hit me, I just laid on the horn, because I was like, you fucking idiot. You're in a parking garage in Los Angeles, California. There's likely going to be someone behind you, you dumbass. They could have been from out of town, but whatever. Still, pay attention. I was in a car when someone did that and hit the person. I don't remember if I told this story, but I was on a wedding shoot, and the photographer who we were supposed to be following started backing up very quickly. And the person who was driving that I was with did not have time to react to lay on the horn. And it would have been like, it was an awkward thing where it's like, we're working with this person. We probably shouldn't honk at the, like,
Yeah.
A whole lot of things could have gone through their head, and then they fucking slammed into us. But yeah, it was just so stupid. And then I was like, you fucking idiot. And so I just like, and then we waited there for a second, and I was like, what are they even doing? Like, oh yeah, and that was the weird thing too, is that like nobody was even backing out. And so I just like went around them. Dude, there was a spot like right where they just were that was open. And I was like, what the fuck are they doing? This spot was open. It was so weird. It was like the stupidest thing ever. And then they parked. I was like, but there was a spot right there. Like not even like, it wasn't like a little ways up. It was right where they just were. It was so strange. It was so bizarre.
I feel like people also just turn into like a different person whenever they're in their car.
Oh yeah, dude. And I mean,
like I feel like a lot of people just automatically go like they just turn the brain off like immediately. Yeah. They hop in the car, they turn the key, press the push start or whatever, and all of a sudden they just don't know where they're going, what they're doing, how they're gonna get there, anything.
Now imagine millions of people like that, but also all of them have egos, and then that's driving in LA. Everybody is the most important person in the whole entire world. I don't even need to get into it because everybody talks about traffic in LA, and it's an annoying trope about it, but it's very true, and drivers are insane. Last night I went to a pizza place, and there was someone behind me pulling into the pizza place, also going there, that was so fucking impatient. The parking lot where this pizza place is very small and very awkward. And so I was like waiting for someone, and they were like trying to get around me in this small ass parking lot. And I pull into like back into a spot. And like right when I start backing up, they swerve around the front of me to get into a spot. And then we go into the same place. And I'm like, do you not comprehend that we're about to like walk into each other, see each other, and you just act like a fucking ass? Like, do you think I'm like not gonna like say anything if I have a chance? Like, what is going through your head? Like, I do not get it. It was so stupid. It
just keep like a traffic journal in your car
to get all my anger out.
Yeah. Whenever you're in a light, you're like, this fucker behind me is tailgating me.
I have gotten to a point now where I like was getting used to it, and then I like started peaking up where I was getting really angry, and then I had an incident where I like flipped someone off, and then I was like, I gotta stop doing that. I'm like, I can't be acting like this. Like, well, not even that. It's just like, I don't want someone, because like whatever, I'll shoot myself right now. I don't care. I'm not scared. It's more of the fact that like I don't want to do that to someone who then is like, oh, I know you. I know you from this show or this thing or whatever. And not that I'm like well known enough for that to happen, but hypothetically, or somewhere down the line.
You could be one of those stories eventually down the line where it's like, I was in traffic with Carson Rolfe, 20 years ago, 10 years ago, and he flipped me off in traffic.
Yeah. And it's like, well, you probably deserved it. But I just realized that I'm like, I can't be doing that. I shouldn't be doing that.
You should, whatever, if and when you ever get to a point where you're able to do this, you should do the stereotypical, like, where someone asks for a picture and it's like, I hate to be annoying, that like copy pasta that everybody does.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hate to be annoying and ask for a picture, but can I get a picture? And they're like, oh, like you're doing right now.
That's such an asshole thing to say. Oh, you mean like how you're being right now?
Yeah, that's like
the first time someone ever recognizes me.
Yeah,
Can I get a picture with you? Oh my god! Like, I'm sorry to be annoying. I'm so sorry. It's like, yeah. Well, I mean, you are being annoying.
Oh, like you're being right now?
Oh, like you're being right now. I'm so excited to say it. I can't even wait to get it out.
Yeah. That's my favorite copy pasta. I fall for it at the beginning every time, where it's like, me and my mom, we were enjoying a coffee, and then it's like, and then it turns into that story over and over again. I fall into that every time.
That's funny.
Anytime anybody posts it, I'm like, damn, that was mean, and then I'm like, wait, that's the same post I saw 15 times before. But anyway, I digress. I could talk about St. Louis traffic, but you don't hear me complain about St. Louis traffic.
That's true. You don't. Listen, man. You've been there.
Best drivers around, right?
Were you the dirt cheap mascot?
Cheap, fun.
Only people from Illinois and Missouri will understand that.
Hello.
Yeah, man. Listen, I've lived in both. I've dealt with both, and I can tell you which one's worth by a country mile, by
Which
a
one's
country
worth?
blumpkin. Which one's worth? Mike Tyson here. Hey, let's move into our final segment. My nose is getting really itchy. I had some of that Olympic booger sugar. Let's move into our last segment, What You Listening To, a segment we do every single week since episode 2, 3, something like that. Almost 4 years of doing it.
Almost been 4 years.
Almost been 4 years.
5 years.
What's that?
That's David Bowie.
Who's that? I have a David Bowie shirt on right now. It's a joke.
Oh,
David Bowie 9 Inch Nails collaboration tour they did back in 95 or 6 or something like that. It's an original shirt.
I hurt myself.
David Bowie singing.
Yeah.
I hurt this crown of shit. I wish Johnny Cash would have kept that lyric in it. What You Listening To, a segment we do every single week for almost 4 years, where we recommend a song, album, or artist to each other, to the audience. Gavin, what are you listening to this week?
I don't think I've recommended this before.
Uh-oh.
I don't think so. But we'll see. I don't think I have, though. I have a pretty good memory of what I've recommended before, I will say.
Oh, I have a pretty good memory, too.
Of these 4 years, I do have a pretty good recollection because I have to post a rec. So I'm like, did I do this?
And you just have a better memory in general. You have a good memory.
I'm just goated like that, I guess.
When your brain isn't tainted by weed. Let's just get the obvious out of the way.
It's got probably way too much caffeine and anyway. So I I'm recommending Form, which is an EP from Battle Tapes from 2017, which is goddamn 8 years old this year. In July. It's 5 songs. It features all the songs that actually I don't think were on any of their albums that I've recommended before. But I think this is a great intro to Battle Tapes, but this was I really wish I had heard about them before, because this probably also would have been heavy rotation. But Last Resort and Spa, No Good, Control, Rhyme and Reason, and Alive, all fantastic songs. And I really hope that they put out new music soon. I am part of their Battle Tapes Discord.
Oh,
they do have a Battle Tapes Discord.
I forgot about that.
And I was thinking about just I don't know, becoming more active in there or something like that, just for fun. Because I'm not a part of any other band Discords. I know our friend Zach used to be really big on a Coldplay Discord. He used to enjoy he wasn't mod status or anything on there, but he would communicate a lot with people on the Coldplay Discord and stuff. So I think finding a niche band and sticking with them for a really long time is going to be a key to long-term happiness.
Or not, because they could break up because they're not making any money.
That's true. I mean, Vansire, for what it's worth, has gotten huge and international. They've played festivals, and they have pictures of their festival, and they have a swarm of people. I would have never imagined that whenever I was listening to their Halcyon Age in 2016 or whatever.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Battle Tapes EP called Form.
I will listen to that because I love Battle Tapes, and sometimes I forget about them, and I forgot about them, and you bringing them up makes me realize, fuck yeah, they're so good. I need to listen to them again.
And they're based in LA, so if there's ever a show, I can text you, or like I can text you because they do play shows in LA every once in a while.
Dude, well, whenever you finally come out to fucking visit me because you hate me so much, we can go to a Battle Tape show.
That'd be awesome.
That's your little incentive, as if you needed another one to come see your best friend.
Whenever I get money, I'll go.
Well, you figure it out. Get to work.
I'm working on it. Shit.
Gavin, this week I am recommending the brand new, as of yesterday, album by the band Spirit Box. It's called Tsunami Sea. Not a great album name, if I'm being honest. Kind of a little redundant. Just being honest. Very, very good. I was just trying to see what their late. Okay, so they never. Oh, interesting. I thought that was an album for some reason. So they've only released 3 albums, it looks like. Anyways, so yeah, newest release from them, and it's really, really good. It's still their I guess second album, which was Eternal Blue, which is kind of like when they blew up. I really, really love that album. That's still my favorite. This is really good. They were kind of scaring me a little bit with their previous release from a year or two ago, because it was, and I think I talked about it on the show when it came out, but it was felt to me very like commercially, like they were trying to be radio friendly, which like to me, I don't like that sound, but I think I even said at the time, like I totally respect it. Like, you know, you want to blow up as a band. Sometimes that's just what you got to do. So full respect for that. It just wasn't my taste. But this album feels like more back to that Eternal Blue sound, a lot heavier. You know, there's still some like, I wouldn't even really call them radio friendly, just like not quite as heavy songs. But it's really, really, really good. I'm digging it. I don't know what the replay value is for me with it. Like I can't, there hasn't been a song where I'm like, oh, I want to listen to that song like again. It's just kind of like, it's all very good, but it's like, it's not fully clicking with me yet, but super into it. Shout out Spirit Box, really good band, and a great new album.
Did they do it? They did a collab with Megan Thee Stallion.
Yes, yeah. Or it was like a remix. I don't think they like collabed with her directly, but yeah, they blew up. I mean, with that Eternal Blue album in, like, that was kind of like lockdown era when that released, and then they kind of just became like a big sensation from there and toured with a lot of big bands, and you know, they're like not quite at Knocked Loose level of like big, but they're close to it for sure, and they're great. I would love to see them live.
They're Canadian.
Oh, I didn't know that. That makes sense. That makes sense.
They're from Vancouver, British Columbia.
Yeah. That makes sense because the lead singer's name is Courtney Laplante, or Laplante, like French.
Yeah, Laplante. Yeah, Laplante.
Laplante. That would be it. Yeah, Laplante.
Yeah, I take French on Duolingo. So
all right, dude. Duolingo's fucking dead.
Welcome to the end of the It Takes All Kinds podcast.
Welcome to the end of the show, guys.
Welcome to the end of the show. Let me. That's hella quiet.
Huh?
Okay, here we go. Sorry, I didn't have it prepped. Well, everybody, thanks for listening to Takes All Kinds podcast, episode 207, our 4-year anniversary. Keep watching, keep listening, keep doing whatever you do to our episodes. Please share and like and talk about it with your friends.
Please.
And get more people to join in on the iTackers.
That's what we call our fans.
That's what we call our fans.
Happy 4 years. Here's to another 4 years, and only 4.
There's no place in America the president shouldn't be able to come.